participants at the Safaricom 7's tournament, but definitely having put in a good account of themselves in the first game. So they're on for their second game in this Pool C encounter against the Kenya 7's Academy. William, what are your thoughts on this pool now?
We are back on the saddle. It's a Safaricom 7's 18th edition in 2013 at the Moi International Sports Center. The weather has changed since last time we were here. It's now sunny, it's hot, it's looking beautiful, and we've got some fantastic games coming along the way. And I can see Belgium are on the attack.
Definitely indeed. I think the Kenyan lads were perhaps suffering with the cold early on in the morning. The sun looks to have actually brought in a lot of excitement onto themselves. First blood scored onto Belgium. Belgium scored the first try, 5-0 against the Kenya 7's Academy.
Well, that was a searing break of pace from the Belgian deep inside their own half. An excellent run, and the Kenya 7's Academy are still suffering from the hangover of playing in their first game, by the way, and costly error there, and Belgium with the first point on the board. And what an excellent break there that was, an excellent line break all the way to the try line, and the Kenya 7's Academy could not get a grabber, could not get a hold of him.
It looks as though a highway just opened up right in front of him, and he definitely made it count. So score stand 5-0. Belgium definitely trying to signal the intention of trying to consolidate top spot in Pool B with the kickoff against the Kenya 7's Academy.
Earlier we saw Impala causing the first big upset of the competition, beating Samurai 14-12 in arguably the best game of the day so far. And Belgium will know that a win against the Kenya 7's Academy takes them even nearer or closer to the quarterfinals. And they're off to a good start, leading by 5-0.
Definitely indeed. Belgium still retaining the same discipline that saw them win the first game. They're on the verge of attack again. Kenya 7's Academy need to actually pump in a little bit more confidence. They actually were hammered earlier on in the day, 32-0 by the Samurai team. And with the sun out and the partisan crowd rallying behind them, it'll be interesting to see how the young lads respond to this challenge.
Yeah, they need to get more of the ball, show a bit of more attacking intent, and try and get some points to the board. For me, I don't think it's all about winning right now. It's just being competitive and just telling the Belgians, hey, we're here also for a game, not just rolling over. Because that first try, it looks as if they still haven't learned lessons from the first game, but hopefully they're going to improve as the game goes along.
Definitely did, William. Belgium with the ball right now, attacking scrum within 10 meters away from the opposing try line. Referee not too happy with that. I think they'll have to do a retake. Not really a retake. It's turned over to the Kenya 7's Academy, who need to actually make this ball possession count. The Kenya 7's fellows look like they're extremely urgent on the ball, but it's costing them some serious pain because the Belgian defense is holding its form and they're not actually letting anything pass.
They're trying to hold on their own, trying to set up a bit of phases of play in the game, but nothing seems to be working. But at least now they're going to get some yards here. Let's see what they can do with this ball.
Referee not too happy with the challenge by the Belgians, gives the ball to the Kenya 7's Academy, who in turn decide to give the Belgians, who do not actually waste an opportunity, score their second try, 10-0. What's happening?
Error. Just like so in the first game, I think the Kenya 7's Academy need to really refine their basics, man, because they had an attacking break there, and if the player just held on to the ball, they could have probably been scoring a try. But once again, poor ball handling, and the Belgians capitalize on that, and their second try of the game, and it's now 10-0 to the Belgians.
Kenya 7's Academy showing their youthful stature. They're trying to score first face. Not quite an easy task to do in today's highly competitive and professional era of the 7's game.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Hilary. The game has really changed and evolved, and they're playing with some very good teams here who know the basics and art of the game, and you'll have to play better than just scoring a try from a first phase move. So I think the Kenya 7's Academy need to really build their play into phases, work in the position, trying to look for gaps in the opposition defense, and then they can score.
Definitely indeed, William. Kick-off again by Belgium, who are leading 10-0. The Kenya 7's Academy retrieve the ball up in the air, held up high. This looks like it might be a turnover if they cannot get the ball out, and indeed it is. Ball turned over to the Belgian team, who seem to be on a roll in this pool.
Yeah, they seem to be enjoying themselves. I think the first two games, the game against Impala, they were too strong. The second game today, Well, they're showing their might here so far, and the Kenya 7's Academy are really in the war zone right now. They're really trying to get into this game, but they can't, and they must have at least a bit of some possession to stay in this game.
Belgium win the ball, but an awkward pass is looking yards. Still retain possession though, nonetheless. Got to admire the discipline with the Belgians on both offense and defense.
Absolutely, yeah. Their discipline is exceptional. I mean, they're giving away needless penalties. The ball retention is excellent too, and they're doing a very fantastic job of closing out the Kenyan 7's Academy. Any attacking threat is being shut down, and the ball being turned over.
Definitely, indeed. We have just under about a minute and a half left to play in this particular half. Kenya 7's Academy yet to come out of their half of the pitch. They look like they're actually on a rampage. It's about 50 hard yards. Ball passed back and beautiful. It looks like they've come onto the party. The Kenya 7's Academy.
They have come to the party. If they're playing like that from the word go, then they will be very, very far. But kudos to them. Excellent move there. The Belgian defense was in two minds. This guy was having the ball in two hands. Does he pass? Does he run? So excellent running lines there from Kenya there, and they're back in this game.
That is the value of actually listening to your coach by running with the ball in two hands. No one will actually know if you're passing, if you're damming, and the unknown actually creates a gap. Absolutely. Conversion good, and the Kenya 7's Academy basically scored their first try and first conversion of the tournament, opening up their account. Yes. Scores currently stay Belgium 12, Kenya 7's Academy 7. But with the crowd roaring them on, I believe Belgium should be able to have their tails up in there, because it looks like it's actually a match right now.
Yeah, it is a match now. I mean, the crowd is really behind the Kenyan side. The Kenya 7's Academy is no exception. They need to build on this now. They need to build this momentum, get possession, use it intelligently, and get further points on the board.
They hope to kick it deep and down. Belgium still maintain their discipline. They have a couple of extra men out there. It's a 2 versus 1 situation. They pass the ball out. They still retain their discipline. They still have numbers out. This looks like it's going to be a score. Yes, indeed it is. Some woeful defending in there. Not really. My goodness, this is too hard to tell. And the Kenya 7's Academy have the ball. At the stroke of halftime with the buzzer gone, it looks like it'll be, yes, indeed, it'll be 10-7 at the halftime break.
The Kenya 7's Academy have to stop the tackle at source, not allow a team to gain so much yardage. And with the ball retention the Belgians are showing, the Kenya 7's Academy have to improve on their one-on-one tackles, because they're really giving away so much yardage and territory to the Belgians.
Compared to the first game, they actually sinking the shoulders into the tackles, completing them, not having the typical lackadaisical shot tagging of sorts. They seem to have actually taken a very deep confidence depletion in the first game, and I am impressed at how they've actually come up to the party for the next game.
Absolutely, it's a much improved Kenya 7 side right now. We are seeing better play from them, better pass completion, and better tackling, better discipline in defense. And if they continue this way, who knows? They could gain a win in the second half. And
the Belgians look to have gotten some level of inspiration and definitely ready for the second half. Kenya 7's Academy finished the first half on a high, having scored the try, and they're keen on trying to build up on the good work within the last 3 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, they need to get the second try very, very soon in the second half. Start the second half with the same intent that they showed towards the end of the first half. Get some points on the board and put Belgium under pressure.
It's actually interesting that most of these boys are actually 18 and 19. When I do try and compare...
Excellent play from the Kenyans there. That was well-timed, a well-timed run.
I think the Kenya Sevens Academy have their tails up in the air. The referee is playing advantage. They might not necessarily need that, but it still works into their favor should they need it. They retain ball possession. Their hands have actually improved from the first game. There's an extra man out there, and the young lads are all through.
Oh, excellent try. And Kenya Sevens Academy are back in the game.
And all of a sudden, the Kenya Sevens Academy are in the lead.
They're in the lead. They're showing more intent. They're showing more composure in the attacking phases of the game. And we have a match on our hands right now. If Belgium thought this was going to be a walkover, a walk in the park, they're in for a rude shock.
At that age grade, I think all that is actually required is just a boost of confidence, and I think that first try actually showed them that they can actually move on through and win the game, and it's given them a sense of belief.
Exactly.
If they should proceed on to defeat Belgium, it would have actually then mean that every team in this pool will have won one game and lost one.
Absolutely.
Would have actually thrown it totally wide open.
Absolutely, the team is endearing themselves to fans. By the way, they are playing well. They've got the confidence behind them. The composure is there, and what an excellent finish by the Kenya Sevens Academy.
Conversion goes on wide, so the scores remain Kenya Sevens Academy 12, and the Belgium team shell-shocked now for the first time in the tournament 10. How about that? How tight change in the game of sevens?
Yeah, Belgium having taken a 10-0 lead, and right now they can't get anything going right now.
It's all about the beauty about the game of sevens, what it actually offers, the complexity within minutes as to how a game can actually change on its head, and this is exactly what you're witnessing in this game.
Absolutely, Belgium looking the stronger side from the word go, but right now they seem to be going backwards. They seem to have lost the mojo that they had early in the game. The Kenya Sevens Academy now with an attacking scrum almost at the halfway line.
Whatever the coach told them at the halftime seems to have actually inspired them, because they're basically playing all-out rugby. I think the shots are a bit confusing. The player actually thought he was passing it on to his own teammate. It's a bit hard to differentiate the strips, especially when you're playing.
Call that back, by the way. Yes, he will, by the way. He has called the ball back because there was a late tackle there at the Belgian player. And,
I don't know if he's actually going to stay onto the pitch. The referee seems to be consulting with his third judge. Yes. And I see a card flashing out. It will be very unfortunate to have the player sent off, but that was very, very uncalled for and totally unprofessional.
Very, very late.
There's definitely no surviving to this. However, the referee seems to have actually taken into consideration that the fellow was young.
Yeah,
shocking.
I mean, probably, yes, yeah. But he's given him a warning and told him next time you're going to the sin bin.
No card. It will be very interesting if Kenya eventually win this game, because that might be a very telling call.
Yes.
Belgium still on the rapid. They have someone out wide who's on space. I don't think they're going to stop him.
Well, good cover defense by Kenya, but once again, Belgium just nick it there. Some good ball retention, and I think Belgium are back again in the lead.
You really can't quite predict the tide of this game. 1 minute you think it's Kenya on the upside, next time Belgium come and respond. This is absolutely scintillating rugby.
It's end-to-end stuff between these two sides, by the way, and Belgium have just come back into it again. And Kenya have all to do. The Sevens Academy have all to do now if they're to stay in the main cup competition.
Conversions yet to be taken. Scores currently stand: Belgium 15, Kenya 12, with the conversion still set to be done. Conversion is in. Kenya 12, Belgium 17.
Belgium 17, yes. And, Belgium having bounced back from that spell whereby they were under attack. And I can see Paul Murunga has made a substitution. The player who made the tackle, the late tackle, I think has gone off, and so far he's brought in a second player.
I think they're trying to save the player because he was definitely going to go out. He barely survived a card by the skin of his teeth.
By the skin of his teeth.
It was a wise thing to actually sub him.
Yes. The Kenya Sevens team now. Belgium now trying to finish the game on a high, and they're definitely going to, and it's a try for Belgium. It is a try for Belgium, and that could be it for the Kenya Sevens Academy. After surviving and taking the lead and being competitive in this game, the Kenya 7's Academy have considered us a try, and that will push the score to 22-12. 22-12. And with the conversion to come, that could be game over for the Kenya 7's Academy after a valiant effort in staying in the game. It could be all over for them right now. We have barely a minute and a half remaining. And the conversion is good, is 26. No, 22, 24. 24 points to 12.
Belgium look like they just switched into top gear from nowhere.
Yeah, they've actually moved into second gear right now, and they're punishing the Kenyan mistakes yet again. Kenyan player took the ball into contact. No, he was not given protection at the rack, and the ball was stolen. And Belgium now in the driver's seat with 48 seconds to go to the end of the game.
With less than a minute left till the end of the game, I think we can comfortably say that Belgium have this wrapped. What do you think, William?
Oh, absolutely, this game is over. That try has really broken the back of the Kenyan side here in this game. And Belgium are going to be in the driver's seat. They're going to be in a strong position to qualify, having won their first game against Impala by 28 points to 0. And they are on course to win this game against the Kenya 7's Academy side.
Kenya 7's Academy, who started off the second half quite strongly, have since just faded off, and they look crestfallen. The young lads look like they're out of sorts. At this age grade, confidence is all about basically taking your chances and ensuring that you ride the tide while it's still there. And I think that sucker punch basically just deflated them totally.
Absolutely. It has really taken the sting out of them, by the way. But Kenya 7's Academy still trying to mount a late charge. I don't know if they're able to string something here.
Trying to finish on a flurry, but they give the ball to Belgium. The referee actually calls for an offside.
The referee calls for an offside, so it's still game on. Remember, in the game of rugby, in either code, 7s or 15s, the ball must go dead. The ball must go dead. So the ball is still alive and time is over. The referee is still allowed under the law to play the game.
Kenya 7's Academy with a very, very wishy-washy pass. What they call a hallelujah pass in my day. They still keep the ball alive. They really want to finish up on a flourish. They believe they owe it to themselves to try and finish on a flourish, and they're not actually being intimidated despite the fact that they're 2 scores down.
Yes.
Offside.
The referee has given the call to Belgium, and I think it's going to be game over. Belgium could kick the ball out, or they could look for a try here. We don't know what they're going to do, but I think just kick the ball out, by the way. Belgium have opted to run the ball again. Interesting. I think they're actually going to kick the ball out.
I think what Belgium also trying to work upon is a point differential, because at the end of the day, should they lose the last game, they'll probably have to look at the points difference with the other teams in the other pool. So they're trying to see how well they can ride on the advantage as much as possible. In the process, they might probably tire themselves out, if not injure themselves.
Because the next game will be against Samurai.
Yes.
And once again, poor tackling there from the Kenyans. And Belgium now. That's not a try.
I think the Belgians are trying to work up on the point difference. That's what they're looking at this moment in time. They should have actually killed off this game over a minute ago, because the buzz had already gone. But yes, I suspect they've been given instructions to pump in as many points as they can, because it will probably come up to play at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, the referee has given, I think has given the try. So we'll look at the score. Could be 29 points to 12. Belgium in a very strong position to qualify.
Did he ground the ball the first time?
Well, from here, I don't think he did, but I mean, the referee has the final say, and he did ground the try, and conversion is poor, but Belgium have won the game. Belgium, the only team in the group with 2 wins out of 2, and in a very strong position to qualify for the quarterfinals.
Final score: Belgium 29, Kenya 7's Academy 12. Next game coming up shortly: England Royals versus Homeboys. Final score: Belgium 29, Kenya 7's Academy 12. Next game coming up: